Okay, we are going to take a matrix in row echelon form and put it in reduced row echelon form. To do that, we've got to remove this 3/4 and this one and this one. All of those numbers right here, they can be anything. It doesn't matter what they are, but they need to be zeros to be in row echelon form, reduced row echelon form. Now, we already have the zeros in place here. We already have the diagonal ones. So the first thing we're going to do is remove this 3/4 and make him 0. In order to do that, we're going to take R2 and we're going to subtract row 2, and we're going to subtract 3/4 times row 3. Now, on my scratch paper over here, I have written this down so that we have row 2 written right here, and we have 3/4 times row 3 written right here. Now I'm going to subtract them. 0 minus 0 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, 3/4 minus 3/4 is 0. But here we have 5/2 minus, and then when we multiply these, we get -3/2. Well, 5/2 minus -3/2 is 5/2 plus 3/2, which is 8/2, which is 4. So that is where these numbers come from, 0, 1, 0, 4. That's our new row 2. All right, now we're going to eliminate this number right here, this one here. We're going to turn him into a 0. We're going to do that by taking row 1 of our previous matrix, and we're going to subtract row 3. So if you take row 1 from this previous matrix and you subtract row 3, then you get 1 minus 0 is 1, 1 minus 0 is 1, but 1 minus 1 is 0, so there's our 0. And then 2 minus -2 is 4. Okay, so now we have one final 0 to get, and that is this one right here. And so we are going to do row 1 minus row 2. So if we come up here to row 1 and we subtract row 2, then we have 1 minus 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, and 4 minus 4 is also 0. And so now we have a matrix in reduced row echelon form.